What is up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome into the Dallas Cowboys Daily Blitz. I'm IndyCar Tim. Ahead of the Denver Broncos game happening here in, just a few short minutes, I wanted to jump in real quick here on the Fish Nation YouTube channel and do a little roster summary for you. Some quick injury news, and then give you my prediction for Cowboys v. Broncos today. So Cowboys did make a trio of roster moves ahead of this game for Week 9. Of course, tight end Blake Jarwin was sent to the injured reserve, meaning that he'll have to miss at least 3 games. They activated linebacker Francis Bernard from the injured reserve. And, of course, they elevated defensive tackle Justin Hamilton from the practice squad. Not sure if Hamilton will see any actual snaps today, but he's there available to them should they need him. Of course, some inaction on the Cowboys side, too, as they opted to not activate Michael Gallup, who really we've been missing since the season opening calf strain. He was designated to return from the IR on October 25th. They chose not to do that, and it seems like Mike McCarthy is sort of bringing him along very slowly and very surely to make sure that he's actually ready to go. You don't want to mess with that calf injury. And this is kind of surprising based on the recent injury news from Cooper and CeeDee Lamb, as they're both sort of fighting through some lower body injuries. So it's a little bit surprising that they're keeping Lamb out of the lineup a little bit longer. So kind of gives us some pause there. We may wonder if he's maybe got something a little more going on than what we think about, or if it's a little bit more serious than we think. Of course, Cedric Wilson's still there as the team's third option at wide receiver. As far as the injury report for the Broncos, offensive tackle Garrett Bowles is out with the ankle injury still. And for your Dallas Cowboys, of course, Blake Jarwin with the hip is out. And Tyron Smith, of course, as we heard early in the week from Mike Fisher, will not play today. Everybody else should be available. Lamb and Cooper were both, of course, limited in practice all week just because of their respective injuries. Cooper with the hamstring, CeeDee Lamb with the ankle, but they're, of course, good to go. And we know Dak Prescott, full practice all week since Thursday, and he's good to go. As far as my prediction, boys and girls, the Denver Broncos are a dumpster fire right now. They are a burning pile of garbage. They, at one point this season, had one of the stingiest defenses in the NFL. Of course, they've lost Von Miller due to the trade to the Rams, so he is not there to help. And he's been injured anyway. As a matter of fact, the Rams aren't even starting him probably for the next 2 weeks, as they are trying to use him more for the run through the playoffs, not so much here in the middle of the season. So they're going to sit him probably for at least a couple of weeks before he even sees action as a Ram. So the Cowboys will miss him, obviously, in this game, no longer being a Bronco. But there's a lot wrong with the Broncos. The coaching's been terrible. That 17-10 win against the Washington football team kind of felt more like a loss if you're a Broncos fan. They did not play well at all. Again, coaching is an issue there. Vic Fangio on the hot seat, rightfully so. And I'll tell you, I think that as far as the game action goes, give me a late Teddy Bridgewater to Jerry Jeudy garbage time touchdown and maybe a field goal a little bit earlier in the game. I don't see the Broncos scoring more than 10 points against Dallas. And, of course, Cowboys are going to roll. They're legitimate contenders. Everybody sees it now. All of the mainstream media outlets are seeing it now, and they're admitting it as really they're putting Rams and Dallas at 1-2. And the only reason the Rams maybe are ahead of Dallas is because they played an extra game so far. So, yes, I think Cowboys dominate. They dominate early. They dominate long throughout the game, and, maybe a garbage time touchdown for the Broncos late in the third or in the fourth quarter. But give me a 37-10 Cowboys win this week. They're going to continue to roll. It's going to be another good week, and we'll have a lot of fun talking about it throughout next week as the Cowboys will prepare for the Atlanta Falcons. Not a lot to talk about there, is there? But we'll do it. I'm IndyCar Tim. Leave a nice comment here on the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to us. Any questions, at IndyCar Tim on Twitter. I'd love to talk to you there. And we'll see you after the game. Have a good one.